Today, let's talk about cravings. Cravings are something that all of us struggle with, especially when we're trying to lose weight and go on a particular restrictive diet. Cravings can be triggered by so many different things like sights, smells, sounds, aromas, your environment, stress, lack of sleep. And because our diets and our habits and stuff are not like existing in a bubble, cravings can be triggered by things that are in our everyday lives. So it makes it really difficult. But the better that we understand our cravings through being more equipped to deal with them, knowing where they come from, how to listen to our bodies, deal with it more constructively, we can actually overcome these cravings and make more healthful decisions. So it's not realistic to think that you're going to never have sugar again or never have a carb again. And the reality is that most people are just consuming way too much sugar overall. Okay. So today what I want to talk about is 8 different ways that you can actually deal with your sugar and carb cravings to really help you live a more healthful, rewarding life without all that stress and restricting of yourself, okay? So first thing to understand is that we're inundated every day with foods that are high in calories and low in nutrients. So when you're choosing these convenience foods, fast foods, packaged foods, junk foods, things that are quick and easy, we actually pay the price with our health and unfortunately our waistlines too, okay? They are good fillers, but you should not be eating a diet full of convenience foods. And when we consume these processed foods, they're nutrient-void foods. Our bodies know they're not getting what it needs. So it actually creates more cravings because your brain and your body is lacking in the nutrients. It's signaling for you to eat something else. But usually we are choosing things that are high in calorie, low in nutrients. Right now, the average American consumes about 150 pounds of sugar a year. That's 12.5 pounds a month or almost 3 pounds per week. That's crazy. And the majority of sugar that we consume is actually in hidden processed foods, fast foods, cereals, snacks, all that sort of thing. It's even in foods you think are healthy, granola bars, salad dressings, organic gummy bears, okay, and even things that are labeled healthy are often loaded with sugar. So you need to learn how to read your food labels, and we'll get to that. Also, sugar makes you feel energetic, it makes you feel happy, it can even make you feel calm, like those comfort foods. But sugar releases brain chemicals that make you feel good emotionally, but it's only temporary. And that initial rush of excitement, flavor, energy does come with a crash. So here's why your cravings are partially not your fault. Did you know that food companies hire scientists to create foods with tastes and textures that are hard to resist? Their job is to find that perfect pleasure point of food to be manufactured. It's actually called the bliss point, and it's where fat, salt, sugar meet. They've shown it how it stimulates the brain even like a drug. And these scientists are hired to, sell more food, and this is what is influencing your choices. So how can we help reduce these cravings? So by adopting these 8 practices, you can reduce your cravings for unhealthy food and drinks, and it does work. You just have to stick to it. It actually can only take about a week. So number 1, do not skip meals. We've covered this before, and it's super important when it comes to eliminating cravings. We skip meals and we think we might be reducing our calories for the day, but the problem is that by mid-afternoon, hunger hits with a vengeance and we give in to these temptations. We get mad at ourselves because we're failing, and this often leads to eating more empty calories, right? You're tired, you sit on your couch, you don't want to cook dinner, so you dial, the pizza guy, probably have him on speed dial at this point, or you go to the cupboard and you pick something out of a box or a bag. When you're hungry and you're feeling stressed from failing and you think, oh, I can't do it, you just don't care at that point. So when you can spread out your meals as evenly as possible throughout the day and ensure that your meals are based on whole foods and add, a healthy snack when needed, you can afford those extra calories because your body is using it for fuel efficiently. And you're also maintaining your blood sugar, which is, keeping that stable, which is making you feel a lot better, like with your energies and no crashing, which makes you crave less. So number 2, don't bring temptation home. This sounds simple, but a lot of us do it. You see something, you're like, oh, maybe for later. But if you want to make good choices, only keep good choices in the house. So I keep, veggies, fruit already pre-cut up in nice, glass jars or containers at eye level in the fridge so that you can see it. It actually helps you to make healthier choices. And you go for what's in reach, and they're nice and colorful. Plus, If the junk food, sugary cereals, cookies, all that sort of thing are right there, you're more likely to go for them, especially when you're tired. So make sure you stock your kitchen with whole foods that fill you up and satisfy your hunger and give your body the nutrients that it needs. So number 3, eat enough protein and healthy fats, okay? And we don't have to eat a ton of protein and that's it, and no carbs. You can eat a moderate amount of protein, but don't be afraid of those fats. That low-fat diet craze caused a lot of people to fear all sources of dietary fats, including healthy fats that our bodies actually desperately need to function properly. It's good for your brain, but it's also a more efficient fuel for your body than sugar. And to make up for the lack of fat that tastes good and the mouthfeel and everything in foods, food companies are just adding more sugar. So by eating more whole foods that are packed with nutrients that our bodies need, the less junk food we're actually going to crave. Just try it, even for a week. Number 4, get a good night's sleep. This might sound funny when you're talking about nutrition, but if you're not getting enough sleep, what are you doing? You're tired and your body is looking for energy. So think about the difference on how in an entire day, goes when you wake up tired versus how you feel when you're actually energized and you had a good night's rest. Tiredness, stress, exhaustion, all trigger food binges. And when we're tired, and we get stressed more easily, like even throughout the day. And research that was published in the American Journal of Human Biology shows that short or poor quality sleep is actually linked to obesity by deregulating appetite and increasing energy consumption. So those empty calories, but more calories. Number 5, be a food label detective. So I've already mentioned this before. It is your responsibility to learn these days, especially it's not taught in schools, how to feed yourself and how to read food labels. We've been taught to only look at calories and fat, but not the actual ingredients, and that's what's super important. It's really important to know what your food is made up of, especially if you want to eat a healthy diet. That means you have to read the labels. Sugar is often disguised by 52 different names. That's how many names are out there right now for sugar. And they do this on purpose to throw you off. So even the same company that has 10 different cereals on the market, they will show different measurements and names of sugar just to keep you confused. And just to prove my point, sugar goes by, these are just a few: high fructose corn syrup, brown sugar, raw sugar, beet sugar, cane sugar, organic cane sugar, sucralose, dextrose, and maltose. So get to know your sugars. Number 6, eat healthy from first. So if you are craving something and you open up the fridge and you see your fruit that's all cut up, your vegetables, and you don't want it, you're not actually hungry. If you were hungry, you'd eat the apple, okay? So maybe take a few minutes, recalibrate yourself, and know that this is probably you're bored, you're stressed, and it's an emotional reaction, okay? So then you want to find something else to do. So let's talk about that. Ways to reduce your cravings when you know that it's not actually out of hunger. So you can create your own list, but these are ones that I have found effective for myself as well as other clients I work for. So get active. So take a walk, get some fresh air that can help to wake you up and also expend some energy. Take a hot shower, also will wake you up, or a relaxing bath. Spend some time with friends, give a friend a phone call, talk to your parents, maybe practice some yoga, like I said, do some exercise, do something new, maybe pick up a new hobby, do some reading or gardening. You can put together a puzzle, it works the brain, keeps your mind off food. So there's lots of things that you can do. But bonus tip, stay hydrated. A lot of people don't understand that when you are being told that you're hungry, it's probably that you're actually dehydrated. So the best thing to do is as soon as you feel hungry and maybe you just ate, is drink a big glass of water and wait about 10 minutes and see if that goes away. And if all else fails, do what I get my clients to do. Get an Earn It jar, okay? So get a jar and fill in with little pieces of paper of a mix of things on your to-do list, so little things around the house that aren't getting done, whether it's hanging a picture or fixing, a patch of paint or, just those annoying things that never get seen to, or some exercises like 10 push-ups, 50 crunches, and make this a mix, so that not only if you're craving carbs, it helps to stop your brain and make you think, do I actually want to do something, or can I just push this off a little bit? But if you really want something, you earn it. So you can open that jar. If you get something off your to-do list, that's helping you with stress, but it'll also keep you active and feel productive. And if it's something exercising, then you're getting some exercise in and you're helping to burn some calories. So I hope this helps understand a little bit more about cravings.